Lauren and Kyle here, bringing you Real Talk with Freedom Team Realtors, the most scintillating duo in the Fox Cities.
So Kyle, today I thought we would talk a little bit about the impact of rent and how that could impact the sale of an investment property. And what I mean by that is we've run into and we know a number of people that out of the kindness of their heart have let their tenants continue to live in their investment buildings, their rental properties, without increasing rent despite the major increases that the market has seen in rent payments over the last few years.
Yeah, I get it, how that can totally happen. You got in at a much lower price, and now it's renting for a certain amount of money. You're making income. It's like, okay, rent's went up, but I don't need to get that greedy. I make plenty of money off of it. You might even have it paid off. But the problem lies then when you go to sell it, that most people are going to then get financing if you want to get anywhere near market value for that rental property.
Mm-hmm.
And then the problem's going to occur for financing with the bank when they say, wait, this property only generates X, and that's not enough money to justify in paying this much. It should only be worth this if it's only getting that in rent. And so we see all the time that investors moving on from an investment property where that's taking place, they're leaving 30, 40, 50, sometimes more on the table, $1,000 because they wanted to do the nice thing for the tenant. And I get it, but that few $100s when they're probably eventually going to have to move on from the place anyways, because that person coming in is going to want the rents to be market value so they can make money, even if they can take the short-term hit. So you're costing yourself at times $30, $40, $50,000 to be nice. Or even the one better that we see sometimes is they sign the lease for a year right before selling it. So not only that, they extend it out so that the buyer coming in is going to have that rental value, even though with the increased price. And so that usually doesn't jive and get you your highest dollar. So, be nice, but can you be $30, $40, $50,000 nice? If you really look at it that way, it's tough to justify.
Well, I think the moral of the story is if you think you may want to sell your investment property, maybe start planning 1 to 2 to 3 years ahead just to make sure that you can gradually increase your rents for your tenants and then have them at the right value when you go to sell. That way, when the banks and the investors take a look at it, your cash flow matches that new price of the property, and it's kind of a win-win. You can get the most for it.
Yeah, and with everything we're seeing here, minus some catastrophic event in the economy, we're seeing growing equity in the coming years, just from our shortage in building that we experienced during the COVID years. It's going to take 10 to 20 years to bounce back from that. So we expect buyer demand to be there, and if the buyer demand's there, the prices should continue to go up at some point. All right. Thanks for joining us. Real Talk with Freedom Team Realtors. Till next time.